Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Lori Richardson from AWA Vienna, for those of you who don't already know me. Lynn asked me last week if I would introduce Robin Malloy Goldsby for this session. And I thought, well, why is it me, first of all? And then I thought, especially after this morning, and her illustrious award as the Falco Rep of the Year. Basically, Robin needs no introduction. Let me introduce to you the active known for all these years. I just will tell a personal story, and that is I had the pleasure of my first Falco event in Munich at the Region 5 meeting in 2010 to meet this woman, and we started talking, and it turned out that we were both born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it turned out we were born exactly 32 days apart. So I'm older, and I always will be. And it then turned out, subsequently that she went to Chatham College where my sister taught. And then turned out that she had a boyfriend who lived on the same block I lived on in Manhattan. It then turned out that she was married to a bass player. I almost married a bass player. I married a lawyer instead.
But it wasn't asking
myself.
the same one.
I'm still asking myself if I did the right choice. And one thing led to another, and Robin came to Vienna, and as you heard about this morning in both the Target Project presentation and in her award introduction, Robin has done a series of piano concerts and readings of her book to raise money for the Target Project, and I volunteered to be her roadie, so wherever she goes, I'll go and make stupid introductions. So, without further ado, was there anything else I needed to say about you? Oh, yeah. Duh. In the AIWC Cologne, she also told me when she was telling me all about herself that she runs a program called Writing Women. And I thought we should all have a project called, or an activity in the club called Writing Women. So please tell us all about it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Can you hear okay in the back of the room? I was back there earlier in the week, and I know that it was a little, this room is acoustically not so good. Yeah, you can go up to the top if you want to. I'm not going to make you sit in these chairs. Okay, and they're still there. They're still there. You can do theater in the room. Okay, I'm going to start with a piece that I wrote, and it's from my latest book, just to give you a little idea of what it is that I write, the kind of things that I like to write. This is not to influence your own preferences in writing, it's just to give you an idea of what I'm doing. Naked, 1994. I have always been a big fan of sauna. A good sauna can relax you, clear your head, and make your skin look great. And all of this for a mere 15 minutes of sweating. It's not a bad deal when you think about it. I would love to go to a sauna right now. But I'm busy trying to unpack music books, learn how to say unbefristete Aufenthaltserlaubnis, and teach my son how to say Danke to the local cheese lady at the market. In Germany, saunas are for naked people only. Bathing suits are verboten. Fine. But I am an American woman. I'm fond of light rectangles and dark colors, preferably with invisible lace-covered support panels. These days I worry that my six-pack looks more like a one-pack. A naked debut in public should be left to those on the prettier side of middle age. But one of the great things about moving to a foreign country is getting a chance to learn just how brainwashed we are by our own customs and traditions. After just a few months in this country, I can see the German catalog of odd customs is just as wacky as its American counterpart. The trick, I suppose, is to figure out which American habits to toss and which German habits to adopt. Maybe, just maybe, the sauna would be a good place to start. With this in mind, I set off for my local sauna. My husband stays home with our toddler son, who yells on my way out the door, "Get naked, Mommy!" I enter the Suitcase family sauna, an oasis of tranquility, tucked into a corner of meadow right next to the German Autobahn. I pay my fee for a day pass, tuck my hang-up into the locker along with my underpants, put on a bathrobe, and step through the heavy wooden door into a room filled with fountains, pools, and sunlight streaming in through generous windows. There are men everywhere. Old men. Young men. Naked men. Water, water everywhere, and not a gal in sight. I thought this was supposed to be a family place. I try not to stare, really I do. But I got a front row seat at the penis parade, and it's a spectacle I have never seen before. These guys have other remarkable features, I'm sure. But all I see are the penises. Fat ones, skinny ones, dangling and dazzling, the long and the long and the short of it. Who knew there were so many varieties? And look, that penis marching toward the waterfall. That one's wearing a little hat. Flip, flop, flip, flop. The sound of the naked men's pool shoes flapping on the tiled floor slapped me back to reality. "Brauchen Sie Hilfe?" said the middle-aged man with a friendly smile. I have no idea what he's saying. In addition to my lack of German language skills, I am also suffering from hysterical deafness. I put on my very best face. The one I once wore when asking for assistance at the Chanel counter at Saxford Avenue. I cinched the belt on my bathrobe, look him in the eye, and I say, "I am lost. Where is door? You know, door. Go outside." I'm speaking in a very loud American Indian voice, the one I use when I think I'm talking to non-English speakers. I sound like Tonto. "You're standing right next to it," he says, in perfect English. "Here, allow me." He is a gentleman with no pants on. He opens the door, and I step through. Now, Germans love fresh air, even when they're naked and the temperature is cold enough to stun a polar bear. I walk through the garden shivering. I sneeze. This is ridiculous. I'm in a place that specializes in heat, and I'm out here freezing my ass off. Hey, look at that guy there. The one with the blonde hair. He looks like Sting. I follow Sting because he looks like he knows where he's going. He jumps into a pool. There's no way I'm doing that, so I continue on the circular path until I'm back at the entrance to the main building. I spot the steam room and peer through the glass door. 2 women. No men. This I can handle. I look over my shoulder to make sure no one is staring, remove my bathrobe, yank open the door, and enter the steam room. The 2 naked ladies acknowledge me with a hearty "Guten Morgen." You see, in Germany, when you enter a bakery, the waiting room of the doctor's office, or a sauna full of rough, naked people, you are required, by some mysterious code, to shout out a greeting. Then you sit down and completely ignore everyone until it's time to leave, at which point you walk to the door and shout out a spirited goodbye. This custom can be particularly daunting for a naked foreigner.